30 MLB teams exclusively on Polymarket, the official prediction market partner of Major League Baseball. New customers get $20 toward their first trade with code HIT20.
At Ace, no matter how you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
To right field, and that one's gone.
At the wall. See ya.
Absolutely crushed. And how about that?
Yankees, Orioles, MLB Network's Wednesday Night Showcase, presented by Car Shield at 6:30 Eastern.
Home third inning, Bo Bichette leads off against Robbie Ray and takes a slider for a strike. Bichette in a double to left field that banked off the glove of Rengifo his first time up. And Bo drives this one to left center field. He's got another extra base hit. This one goes to the wall, and Bichette has his second double of the night. And he is just on fire.
That was a rope. You're going to get fastballs from Ray. I mean, he's pretty much a power pitcher. They said he's been using his changeup more, but I haven't seen it that much. Have you, Ron?
No, I have not. Throwing a lot more kind of sliders. That's what that was. But Bo Bichette was always and has always been a hit machine, and we're seeing it now.
Now Luis Robert, who grounded out his first time up, tying one at second and nobody out. And so the bases loaded and one out in the second, did not score. Through the efforts of Fernando Tatis Jr. And the Mets hope their junior can come through. And Robert yanks one foul, and it's 0-2.
There's your changeup.
Spectrum leaderboard since June 1st. Robbie Ray right up among the leaders in starters ERA.
He hasn't helped himself his first two starts with Padres.
Nobody covering. Lefties have actually hit for a higher average against Ray than the righties. 16 of the 17 home runs allowed have been to right-hand batters. Drops that curveball low. 2.
I was going to say before the game that Robbie Ray is about 50-50 with his fastball, whether it's a strike or ball. That's less than that tonight.
And he struck him out with a changeup. So there's that changeup that he's been using more as a Padre. He's got his second strikeout of the night, one out in the inning. New York Mets baseball on SNY is brought to you by Geico. Geico is giving select Mets fans a one-of-a-kind game day experience by helping them catch a game in the big blue glove seat. Present bench lays off a slider off the plate and flied out to center field his first time up. Is hitting for a higher average against lefties this year than he is against righties. It's one of the unexpected pleasures of his game this year. He dribbles one off the line. Fermin pounces on him and throws him out. And Bichette goes to third, 2 away.
Bare hand. Good. Ty France didn't really give him a target.
Yeah, you want that throw to usually be
Inside the line. I always give a target to the pitcher because they're or even anybody that's doing that. If I'm right-handed and I'm a right-handed thrower, and I stick out my throwing hand as a target in fair territory. No, don't yell. Just give him a target. And now Frank's going to lift his right arm and like he's making a right-hand turn, whatever you want to call it, and just give a target. You'd be surprised how the fielder will focus on, if you give an infielder a target when he's rushed on a play, they look up and they'll pick up that target. Be surprised.
Min was running legally. He was on the dirt, not on the grass.
Yes.
Francisco Alvarez walked his first time, and he chases a high fastball, and it's 1-2.
And Francisco just cannot lay off that high one. It's just, it must look like a big old grapefruit to him.
And he goes down swinging, flat-footed swing. Third strikeout for Ray, who works around the leadoff double by Bichette. Still 1-0.
Big time savings are going on now at Mavis Tire.
It's time to save big with Mavis Tire.
Get your big time savings started early with Mavis Tire.
Get premium service without the premium price.
At Mavis, you can always trust our experts for honest service. Depend on us to keep you driving.
Dependable people.
Dependable people. Dependable people depend on Mavis. Depend on Mavis.
Depend on Mavis.
All right, guys, huddle up. When we win, burgers on me.
Burgers!
Red card already? What'd I do?
Talk to the new guy.
Come on. Enjoy the sideline.
Okay, I'm not even wearing a uniform.
Game's over, you win.
Way to battle. Way to battle. We did it. Hey, you guys in the mood for some chicken? Chicken sounds good.
We all want more. But these days, the more we want is changing. Not just more power, but more confidence. Not just more details, but more warmth. Not just more tech, but more peace of mind. That's why Mazda has been named Consumer Reports' safest new car brand. The Mazda CX-90.
The CW and ESPN are announcing the ultimate team-up as the ESPN app becomes the exclusive streaming home for all CW sports.
Well, we went for a little upgrade here in the fourth inning.
Yeah.
Keith and Ryan have exited the premises, at least for the moment, and my good friend Howie Rose joins me. Keith, what are you doing? You're photo bombing us. Unbelievable. He just can't stay out of the limelight. So here you are, coming down the stretch of your last season, and we figured this was a great opportunity for us to renew old acquaintances on the air.
I forgot to bring the circus peanuts.
The last time that you and I worked together in a booth, you made a Bob Newhart reference. Remember that in 06?
I wouldn't remember that from 20 years ago. I don't even remember what I had for lunch.
We did the playoffs in 2006. You said, I feel like Bob Newhart waking up to Suzanne Plachette.
That was a good line.
Yeah, it was. Down toward the left field corner. Ewing on the move, and it's out of play. Foul ball. So how are you handling this stretch drive of sorts for yourself?
You know, it feels a little more, and I hate to use this word because it is, in a sense, a celebratory thing for me, but there's a certain, it's beyond melancholy now. I'm getting kind of somber because it is starting to sink in that, you know, this is it. And I think I'd feel the same way if it were 2, 3, or 5 years from now, but it's now and it's reality.
Unless you change your mind.
That's not the first time you've asked me.
I think it's the third now.
No, and you know, I read what Anthony Reber wrote in Newsday a couple of days ago, which was beautiful, and I think it might have.
Strike to be called as Merrill's called out on strikes, and we get yet another challenge. Let's see if Laz can actually win one this time. He's 0 for 3 so far, and now he's 1 for 4. So it's a strikeout for Thornton, his 4th of the night.
Robbie Ray has walked 3, and Laz Diaz has walked 2.
So where does the somber part come from? What part of you is feeling that emotion?
Because I love everything about this job. I love being with you. I love being with Keith and Ronnie. I love being with Keith and Pat. I love being with everybody around here. And it's not as though I won't see them again, because I'll come up and get under people's skin a couple of times a year. But, you know, the reality is that what was routine will no longer be.
I think what's been great the last few years has been the way you have worked with the younger guys. I mean, you had a succession of guys who've had big league experience when you had
Wayne Hagan,
Tom
Josh
McCarthy, Josh Lewin, Wayne Randazzo. But I've really loved listening to you, particularly with Keith, who has such great skills for a young broadcaster. To the second out of the inning.
One of the most enjoyable parts of this business for me, and I couldn't have realized it until much later, and now recently, is just that, mentoring. I get such satisfaction out of working with young broadcasters, and Marv Albert, without ever saying it, taught me about the obligation that we have to pay it forward. And I know that you have young broadcasters that you've mentored as well, and there's a certain satisfaction I get out of that I hope to be able to continue in retirement. I'd love to continue working with, whether they're major league broadcasters or at any other stage of their broadcasting careers, young ones.
You know, when we play your highlights, the two that always get shown are the Piazza home run after 9/11 and the Alonso home run in the 2024 postseason. It's driven to center field, and Robert slides but can't make the catch. And it's a base hit for Austin Hayes. So is there an under-the-radar call that you look back on and think, that's one I really like?
Yeah, and it came just a week or so after Pete's home run, when Francisco Lindor hit his grand slam against the Phillies, effectively winning that division series. I felt for maybe the only time in my career that I had a very brief Vin Scully moment. And it's presumptuous of me to even suggest that. 0-1 here on Fermin, but when the ball went out and I punctuated the call by saying they were famished for the big hit all night and Francisco Lindor just provided a feast, I thought to myself, oh, I like that.
He's pretty good.
And so at that point, it hit me that, you know, you pulled that one out of someplace, and it was the one time I thought that it was just the perfect punctuation. And I hate to use words like that about one of my own calls, but if I had to, you know, kind of hold one to my breast, frankly, it would be that, because of that punctuation.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I always say that my most important call is the next one, and I truly do feel that way, because most of the time I have no idea what I say in the moment, but you have had such resonant calls between the baseball calls and the Matteau call. It's a great body of work. We'll be back with Howie in just a moment. 1-0 Padres in the fourth.
Get 0% APR for up to 48 months or $750 customer cash in the purchase of a new 2026 Sportage.
This summer, 2 fan favorites are back.
Honey pepper pimento, pineapple dragon fruit. They're back this so back. Yeah, they're bringing that flavor back. I need that peppermento. Yeah, that pimento. Pineapple dragon fruit. Bringing that pineapple back. They're back. They're so back. Yeah, they're bringing that flavor back. They're so back. I need that peppermento.
Which favorite will you choose?
Yips, maybe tennis has ever seen that header bring in.
That was something that no one had ever seen before, ever.
G League Winter Showcase in Orlando. Stay tuned for the second half coming up after this.
Out from Fire today.
We go to the fourth inning, 1-0 San Diego, and I'm fortunate enough to have my great friend Howie Rose sitting next to me. The documentary plays tonight. It'll premiere after the post-game show. It's called Howie Rose, Put It in the Books. We couldn't come up with anything more imaginative than that. But there are so many poignant moments in that documentary, and none more so than when you talk about the relationship between yourself, baseball, and your father.
It's certainly not unique. Most of, maybe that's, a little hyperbole, but so many of us grew up introduced to this game by a parent. Doesn't necessarily have to have been a father, but for me it was certainly my dad, and that was in the summer of 1961, year before the Mets came into existence. Now imagine being 7 years old, and your introduction to baseball is not only the '61 Yankees, but Maris and Mantle and the whole narrative around that home run chase. So I just fell head over heels in love with the game and was so in awe of my father's ability to teach me about the game. And as I mentioned in the documentary, at Old Timers Day, it was almost like a game. Mel Allen would start introducing a player, and to me, I was timing my dad. How long would it take him to be able to know who Mel was introducing? And he did it in split-second fashion.
Yeah. And your dad passed away fairly young and did not get to see you have the success that you've had, and obviously that has been a big touchstone for you.
It has, and it's been a source of bitterness to an extent. I mean, I carry that around with me. I feel robbed. I feel deprived in a sense.
Christopher Morel in his second plate appearance for the Mets flies one out to right, and Tatis is there to grab one out. So coming down the stretch, not only have you been getting a lot of attention from the likes of us, but I'm sure that fans have been coming up to you and sharing some of their thoughts and memories. And what are those interactions like now, and how do they differ from the way they have been over the years?
I think what really changed is two things, really. Strike one to Semyon. I can still do TV.
I see you. You still have the knack.
You know what it was? I'll tell you what really changed. Obviously, down the stretch here, as you put it, it's getting close. So a lot of people are reaching out. But really, that started for me with the COVID break. Because when the season was supposed to have started and we were all essentially in lockdown, I felt very detached and separated. And that's when I got on Twitter. And I swore I would never do it. And I once tweeted, or once said to somebody asked me, what would it take to get you on Twitter? I said, probably a global pandemic. That would be what would do it. And darned if that didn't happen. And I did. I felt very disassociated and disconnected and detached from the fan base, never mind the game. So that's what that brainstorm was about.
You ever think you might have brought it into being? Semyon grabs out Machado for the second out. Well, I think that you and I, having grown up listening to Bob Murphy and Lindsey Nelson and Ralph Kiner and Marv Albert and Merle Harmon and all the folks that we grew up, Marty Glickman.
Yeah, Marty's a big one for me.
We grew up listening to. I think we've always felt as though we were simply filling their shoes, right? I say this all the time. Before Lindsey, Ralph, and Bob There was no Mets baseball. There was no sound of Mets baseball. There was no concept of Mets baseball, and they almost created it out of whole cloth. And they were just kind of filling their chairs for a while.
I don't know that I can squeeze this in now, but there's a picture I treasure of myself, Marv, and Marty. It was when the Garden was giving Marv a party for his 25th year with the Knicks. And in that picture, Marv and Marty are both wearing dark suits, and I'm wearing a lighter one. And I always looked at myself with them, and it was almost the old Sesame Street song. Which of these is not like the other? I just didn't feel like I belonged in that picture.
And it is so bizarre, and I'm sure you get this all the time, to think that there are generations of fans now who never heard Lindsey, Ralph, and Bob and think of us in that context, and that is mind-boggling to me.
That's the one when people say that knocks me out more than any. That you are, Gary is our generation's Bob and Ralph and Lindsey. And it's a lot, you know, when you're in the moment and they say that, you say, well, thank you very much. That means a lot. But in a private moment, when you really think about that, it's pretty powerful. It's overwhelming at times. And I still don't think I understand it and won't until we get to next season and I'm in Florida looking in the lakes for my golf balls.
Well, you know what we need to do? We need to get your Reingold jacket, like the one that Lindsey, Ralph, and Bob are wearing on the wall behind us. That would really seal the deal.
Any extra loud plaid jackets around?
I don't know, but look behind.
Oh, I know that picture well.
That's to me, that is the touchstone right there. Shea Stadium in its very early days. A young Lindsey, Ralph, and Bob. Man,
Murph
if
was
that's
young.
not inspiring. Yeah, Murph was young.
Wow.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, we had some fun working with him because, you know, Murph, as I've said before, he was a stickler for detail, and it wasn't easy for him working with younger broadcasters because we were raised just a little bit differently. There's a bit of a generation gap, but at the end, he made me feel pretty good. Right at the end of his career.
Ewing strikes out down the inning. Howie, it's been so good to have you here. We look forward to watching the documentary with you tonight. You're the best.
You too, my friend.
I've never had a brother, but you're the closest thing, and I treasure you. Really
and
do.
you as well. Thank you. Thank you.
1-0 Padres. We'll be right back.
Get 0% APR for up to 48 months or 750 customer cash in the purchase of a new 2026 Sportage.
When Matthias started listening to a great story on Audible,
Chapter 1.
he didn't exactly consider himself a reader
Transformation occurred.
or a runner.
The damn llama was even bigger than I expected. It turned its scorched and tan-colored head to glare at me.
But after 2 accidental marathons
Drop the boom, baby!
and a story this good, he thought, maybe one more chapter.
I really needed pants.
This is Zach. He's a social media influencer. There's a lot young homeowners don't understand about the internet.
People just watch you watching videos?
Yeah, it's a reaction video.
Oh.
You must be good at reacting to videos.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Oh, this is me trying on hats.
So you sell hats?
No.
So you work for the thrift store?
I was just trying them on, film myself.
Why'd you do that?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
This is just you opening a box of sneakers.
Yips maybe tennis has ever seen that Heather bring in.
That was something that no one had ever seen before, ever.
G League Winter Showcase in Orlando. Stay tuned for the second half coming up after this.
Fifth inning, 0 Padres, and Jake Cronenworth leads off against Zach Thornton.
That inning went by too fast.
You have your phone?
I have my phone.
Oh, good. Cronenworth lines one the other way. In comes Ewing, diving, and he makes the catch and then drops it. He had it, and then the glove came off with the ball in it, and the ball fell. That is a beleaguered look right there.
I mean, the glove went from his right hand. Is it a catch? No.
And then no, you have to be able to remove it from your glove.
Yep.
That is not a catch.
No way he lost the glove.
The umpires are huddling, but that is definitely not a catch, even though the ball was secure in the glove for a moment. And they're confirming that Cronenworth is safe at first.
Did you enjoy that inning with Robbie?
Oh, it was great. I wish we could have done it longer.
Well, Ronnie and I, we just stayed back. We would have given you the extra inning.
You know, we need you to earn your keep, too. Never seen AJ look this disconsolate.
He does have that disconsolate expression on his face when he strikes out or doesn't do something. He kind of wears his heart on his sleeve. I think he hurt himself. That's what I think happened there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's grabbing at his knee.
Everywhere.
Fernando Tatis already has a home run tonight and a grand slam saving catch. He chops that one foul on a cutter, and it's 1-1. This is how the game began.
First pitch of the ball game. Fastball, bell tie, middle. Second tank.
This one's hit well out to right field. Ben's going back to the warning track at the wall, and it's out of here. The Fernando Tatis Jr. game. His second home run of the night. He's accounted for 3 and saved 4.
He went the other way, too, with the pitch. But he saved 4 runs with a catch, and he's driven in 3.
14th time in his career he's hit multiple home runs in a game. 15 for the year now.
Well, put simply, he's one of the greatest athletes, top 5 athletes we have in the game. And when he can have these kind of games where he just takes it over.
So what's the answer to when you hit the ball to Ben? Hit it far enough where he can't get it.
Well, you saw the plaudits that Ben got last night. He was doing his best to carve his own story in this game. Counting for all 3 runs and keeping the Mets off the board as well. 1-1 to Rengifo, and he swings and misses at a high fastball. It's 1-2.
Nice and easy. Fastball away. Went right with it. Belt high. Almost the same pitch area-wise as the one he pulled. This one he went going that opposite gap. Fast bat. I like him. He's calm and cool. He doesn't get flustered.
Yeah, no pouting. Like, just give me the ball. Let's go at it again. No frustration. I'm sure there's plenty.
Just his 9th big league start. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming to Rengifo. It's a shade high, and it's 3-2. Padres started the day game behind the Phillies for the 2nd wild card spot. Phillies are down 3-1 to the Marlins in the 6th. That's Zach Wheeler trailing in that game. Grounded down to 3rd. That's a fair ball. Bichette avoids the bag, and the glove comes off Morel. That's 2 gloves lost in this inning. And Rengifo is safe at first. The gloves are flying.
Well, it wasn't knocked off. He just lost the grip of it. He didn't make contact with the runner.
Charging an error on Bichette on that play.
No,
that's not
base hit.
that
Come
should
on,
be a base
guys.
hit. I'm leaving it a base hit.
I agree, that should be a hit. He had to avoid tripping over third in addition to trying to make that throw on the run.
And it was close enough.
And with a guy with speed.
So still nobody out in the inning. Manny Machado's already 2 for 2 in this game. Takes that sweeper up and in. It's 2-0. And Justin Willer's going to pay a visit to the mound with Thornton having given up the 2-run homer. Rengifo reaching will score an error and now behind 2-0 on Machado. The first 18,000 fans at the August 30th game against the Astros will take home a Mr. Met at the Unisphere light up bobblehead. For tickets, go to Mets.com/tickets. The Unisphere, remnant of the 1964-65 World's Fair in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park.
Did you go to it, Derek?
I certainly did. But I'm thinking that, you know, the majority of the folks watching were not alive then.
Right.
And only see that big globe out there sometimes and wonder why it's there. Jeffrey Yan up in the Mets bullpen. 2-0 to Machado with Ty France on deck. Machado fouls back the fastball, 2-1. Manny Machado now with 2,168 hits. 34 years old. Has to hold, and he went around.
Oh, wow.
First base umpire Edwin Jimenez with the call, 2-2. Thornton could use a ground ball. He's gotten 7 ground ball double plays through his first 8 starts.
St. Louis is up 2-0. I see in the 7th over Cincinnati.
Cardinals almost swept a doubleheader yesterday. Blew the second game in the 9th inning and lost in 10. On the outside corner, Machado's going to challenge.
He's going to lose it. He's going to grab some pine here.
And that is going to be the Padres' last challenge of the night. Strikeouts for Thornton. Didn't he lose a challenge earlier?
I don't think so.
Am I tripping here?
No, I think Laz has been undefeated.
Ty Francis flied out and into a fielder's choice. He pops this one up in foul ground. That'll go out of play.
Hey, what? Ty France doesn't waste any time. He's up there hacking.
He's got a lot of moving parts. His feet are moving.
A 1. Merrill challenge strike 3 in the 4th inning?
I don't know.
Right?
Keith and I were watching in the other room.
I'm pretty sure they're out of challenging. We'll have to go back and check. Scoreboard still says they have 1.
We were only interested in the audio, Gary.
Well, we mentioned the challenge on the air, so if you were paying attention, or you were just going for the emotional content.
I lied. I obviously wasn't paying attention.
1-2 coming, and it's foul back.
Rengifo has a very funny way, Keith, taking the lead.
He sure does.
His foot is at an angle, like he's in the starting blocks.
Yeah.
So this might be a sign when you're watching your pitcher, Zach Thornton, and saying to yourself, boy, you know, do he have his good stuff, or is he getting tired? He's usually a guy that retires a batter in 3 or 4 pitches, maybe 5 tops. And France and some other Padres have taken some real long at bats.
26 pitches in this inning already. In fact, the next pitch he throws will be number 94, which will even his career high. They've been trying to keep his pitch counts down because he's already pitched more innings this year between the majors and minors than he did all of last year.
This has been a game where he's been more up in the strike zone. And there are times you come out there, you can't have it all together every start. True.
France continues to foul him away. Well, the Padres struggled offensively the first half of the year, but much like the Mets, they've turned it on since the All-Star break.
Boy, look at that dip in strikeout rate.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming to France. And he goes down swinging. Good curveball by Thornton for his 6th strikeout of the night.
Really good. He struck out Tatis in the 3rd on this same pitch. That's a nice down break run. Tried to retire him on that 4-seamer over and over again, and then finally just went with another pitch.
Jack Weisenberger up alongside Jeffrey Yon in the bullpen. And he's been pitching Merrill upstairs all night. He's already struck him out twice.
You can. You've got that big uppercut.
He throws 6 steals and 9 tries this year. So Thornton now has thrown more pitches than in any of his prior big league games. And this figures to be his last batter either way, with the right-hand hitter Bogarts on deck and Weisenberger continuing to throw in the bullpen. Merrill foul tips that fastball, and it's 1-2.
He's got one of the biggest uppercuts, I think, in the game when you watch Merrill. That big uppercut. Almost a similar uppercut with Tucker for the Dodgers. But Tucker has a big uppercut. They're all low ball, makes them low ball hitters.
Snap throw, and he just got the hand back in. The David Peterson move.
Yes. See, Morel, it shows that he doesn't have a lot of experience there. You want to kind of wait for the ball to get to the base to apply the tag. He went out and got it.
.32 pitches in this inning already, and there goes Rengifo. Swung and missed, strike 3. Merrill strikes out for the 3rd time tonight, and Thornton finishes his night with 3 consecutive strikeouts. Northbow and the Amazing Mets Foundation are proud to partner up in support of the Sandlot Stars program. Here's a look at Jose Reyes' running drills with the Harlem Little League.
time savings are going on now at Mavis Tire.
It's time to save big with Mavis Tire.
Get your big time savings started early with Mavis Tire.
Get premium service without the premium price.
At Mavis, you can always trust our experts for honest service. Depend on us to keep you driving.
Dependable people.
Dependable people.
Dependable people depend on Mavis.
Depend on Mavis.
Depend on Mavis.
There's dreaming about it, and then there's living it with Platinum. Get access to the largest global airport lounge network, dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants, and exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide that stay with you long after the encore. There's nothing like Platinum. Amex is a proud partner of Olivia Rodrigo.
Hurry into the Ram Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now get 15% off select Ram 1500 models, plus no payments for 90 days. Or get 10% off select Ram 2500 and 3500 models. And get it all backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty. Don't wait. Get a great deal during the Ram Make This the Summer event.
Or right now during the Ram Make This the Summer event. Get 12% below MSRP on the 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Don't miss this great offer. See your Philadelphia area Ram dealer.
Here's a road ahead. The radio home for the Mets is 8:80 a.m. and streaming on the free Odyssey app. Don't forget it's a day game tomorrow. And then the Mets will fly to Chicago, where they open a series on Friday night against the White Sox. Come right back home to face the Brewers and the Astros on the next homestand starting a week from tonight. Mets down 3-0 as they come to bat against Robbie Ray in the bottom of the fifth. Luis Torrens leads off and flies one deep to center field. Back goes Merrill to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here. He did it again. Luis Torrens has hit 5 home runs in his last 20 at-bats. What has gotten into him? This one dead central, his 7th of the year. 5 in the last 2 weeks.
He's slowly moving around the field from right center down the left. Couple up into center field.
Luis doing it against the team that he came to the big leagues with. As a raw catcher out of rookie ball. Going more for his bat than for his glove at the time. Probably retarded his development a little bit, but at this point in his career, he is a golden asset. Best defensive catcher in the game, and now tapping into his power. Let's see if that gets the Mets generated. As they get their first run against Robbie Ray. 18th home run Rays allowed this year. And Lindor takes a knee-high strike, and it's 2-1. Lindor is struck out, and then in the second, with the bases loaded and 2 out, and a fly ball over the fence and right that Fernando Tatis went up and stole. It's one back to Ray, who snags it nicely. 1 out.
Nice easy swing here from Torrens. All his home runs. No overswing and hardly any follow through. Whatever he's having pre-meal, don't change it.
His last 8 games, he is 9 for 20 with 5 home runs and 11 RBIs.
As this team looks to move forward next season, these are the kind of guys you want around.
Well, there's a reason that the Mets signed him to a 2-year contract extension early this season.
Just that little thing in the dugout where kind of hugged Benj and the look of, wow, I'm red hot. I mean, it was just
It's the kind of thing that when it happens on a bench, you just know he's a great teammate.
He's
a good guy.
Yes, he's a good teammate. Absolutely.
Yeah. Watch this. This is what a good veteran teammate does right there. There's no histrionics. There's no, it's just quiet confidence. Love it.
Bichette has already doubled twice today, giving him 21 doubles for the year, most on the team. Finally has his OPS over 700. It's first time all season, up to 708 now. Seems like not much, but boy, from where he came from. Ray seems to grunt louder as the innings go along. Bradley Rodriguez is up in the bullpen for Padres.
Oh, that's the big problem here, is that if you're trailing after 5 or 6, they start to deploy one of the best bullpens in the game.
Well, the guy in the 9th inning, Mason Miller, gets all the attention, but there's plenty more where that came from. Adrian Morejon, probably as good a left-handed setup man as there is in the game. Rodriguez has come along. 3-2 coming to Bichette. And he laces that one to center, chasing Merrill back. He'll get to this one, and that's the second out.
When he makes outs, they're loud outs.
So the first time Bichette's been retired tonight. Austin Warren, just activated from the injured list today, is up alongside Jack Weisenberger in the Mets bullpen. Luis Robert offered at that curveball in the dirt. 0-1.
So it almost looks like if the Mets don't score another run, Weisenberger is your pitcher, but if they get a little closer, then the veteran Austin Warren comes in.
Robert is grounded out and struck out 0 for 2. Takes the curveball down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robbie Ray's third start for the Padres after coming over in a deadline deal from the Giants. Former American League Cy Young Award winner looking for his 99th career win. And Robert flies one to center field. Merrill back on this one to the warning track. Back halfway back on the track to make the catch. Lorenzi's home run gets the Mets on board. 3-1.
Hurry into the Ram Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now get 15% off select Ram 1500 models, plus no payments for 90 days. Or get 10% off select Ram 2500 and 3500 models. And get it all backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty. Don't wait. Get a great deal during the Ram Make This the Summer event.
Or right now during the Ram Make This the Summer event. Get 12% below MSRP on the 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Don't miss this great offer. See your Philadelphia area Ram dealer.
Built without limits. Dyna Pro. Hanguk Tire.
ESPN is the home of MLB.tv. Go big with every out-of-market game. Big moments. Big swag.
How much fun is he to watch?
That's Big League. Sign up now for MLB.tv on ESPN.
Memories presented by Prevagen. That was the theme in 2024 as the Mets made their remarkable comeback. And made it all the way to the 6th game of the National League Championship Series on the heels of the great vibes from Jose Iglesias. We'll be talking with Steve a little later.
It was remarkable. It really was.
Jose still wants to play baseball, but now he's found a new pursuit.
Right.
He's going to be taking over a role in the great Broadway smash Buena Vista Social Club next week. This is before the game. He threw out the first pitch to his buddy Lindor. Jack Weisenberger in for his 3rd big league appearance. Xander Bogaerts flies his first pitch out to center field. Luis Robert is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. 1 Steve Gelb's on tap.
You know, I don't even know how to introduce this guy right now. I mean, oh my God, not just baseball, singing, now you're on Broadway. How you doing, my friend? Jose Iglesias.
Steven, I'm so happy, man, to be back home. You know, it's a privilege to be sitting and watching back in Citi Field. It's an honor. It's an honor to be back home.
You said that twice, to be back home. And, you know, you played 13 years in the big leagues, had an amazing career. You played 85 regular season games with the Mets, and obviously that playoff run. Why do you consider this home?
You can see it. You can feel it. Not just everything we went through as a team, as an organization together, how we built a chemistry together, how we became a family. Way beyond that, 2 years later, here I am in Citi Field, and it feels just like 2024, if not better. I mean, just walking around the stadium, the kids laughing and hugging, and just that's special. That's special, Stevie. So it's something that, you know, it got me. It got me.
I think it got everyone. I mean, there's a reason why that reaction is here. You made such an impact in such a short amount of time. And, you know, you talk about the chemistry of that team and the magic carpet ride that you guys went on. It seems like there's this almost silent argument at times in the game right now about how much chemistry matters and the intangibles. As someone who is such a big part of what that was in 24, what does chemistry mean to a group and to winning?
It's very important, super important. I mean, at the end of the day, that guy is a human being. You know, he has emotion, he has a personality. You know, we spend so much time as a group. It's so important to click, to connect, to know each other. It kind of reflects to the game. It reflects on your daily basis, you know, how you feel, because it's a tough game. It's a very tough game. And you need to have support, not just from the work that you're putting on the daily basis, but also to the guy next to you. Is something that is totally underestimated, and it's so important to have a winning culture, to have just great human being in the clubhouse.
There's 2 outs, so I don't want to let you go without asking you about this amazing run you're about to go on Broadway now. I mean, how did that come to be, and what has this been like for you as you get ready for it?
I'm doing rehearsal right now, and it's so fun. It's so fun. You know, we have a big responsibility on our shoulders. We're representing Cuban music in the biggest stage there is, Broadway. And for me, you know, it's such an honor to be back in New York, and also to represent Buena Vista Social Club. You know, I'm from Cuba, representing Latin America, represent all the immigrants up there. It's a privilege to be here.
Was there any hesitation when you got the call? I mean, this is not something you've never done before. I know you performed, but this is different. How again did it come to be, and what was your initial thought when you got presented with the opportunity?
I mean, when that phone rang, I couldn't believe it. Like I was just double check. Are you calling the right guy? And he said, yes, Jose. We're talking to you, and then I'm like, okay. It was an automatic yes. It's a no-brainer. It's such a great opportunity, you know, to connect, to come back to the city and see, you know, represent history and having a great time and enjoying life. And it's such an honor. I'm extremely humble about this great opportunity that I'm going to grab it with 2 hands, and I won't let go like a ground ball.
I love that. What is it, August 27th you start?
August 27th will be my first show, and then I'll be all the way through October 3rd.
All right. I'm going to come see that.
Please.
All right. Jose Iglesias, so great seeing you again as we get a nice diving stop by Simeon. But Fermin beats it out, and now we send it back to you guys. The great Jose Iglesias, Candelita.
It's great to hear from Jose, and thank you, Steve.
Yes.
Buena Vista Social Club is a marvelous musical. Without Jose Iglesias, I can only imagine how much more it'll be with Jose in the cast.
I mean, Jose is such a polymath, but feels like Steve's working for tickets there late, wasn't he?
I think Steve will probably win that. There's Jake Cronenworth. Weisenberger just missed inside with the fastball. Cronenworth had the base hit to left that knocked the glove off A.J. Ewing right in front of Tatis's second home run in the 5th inning. And Weisenberger picks off the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Jack Weisenberger, 28 years old. Took him a long time to get to the big leagues out of the University of Michigan, and like so many of these Mets relievers, trying to take hold of the opportunity presented, and most of them are doing just that.
I think 2 Michigan guys here, right? Cronenworth and Weisenberger.
The Mets have one on the rise in Double-A named Mitch Voigt, their former first-round draft pick.
Tearing up Double-A.
It's a nice cutter by Weisenberger, and it's 2-2 to Cronenworth. Jack Weisenberger, born in North Carolina, grew up in Michigan, now makes his home in Keith's neck of the woods in South Carolina. 2-2 coming. Fouled away. Zach Thornton went 5. He allowed 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 99 pitches, a new career high. Bradley Rodriguez still up in the San Diego bullpen, so perhaps Robbie Ray is done after 5 innings and 76 pitches. Cronenworth yanks one foul. Thornton's ERA went up from 2.78 to a still very respectable 3.04 through his first 9 big league starts. 7 strikeouts today, matched his career high. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming to Cronenworth. And he struck him out on the foul tip. Side retired. Another scoreless inning for Jack Weisenberger.
And when I got there, they have the sushi like
This is Clem.
They're like sushi, classy. So
Clem's not a morning person, or a night person, or a people person. But he is an I can solve this in 4 different ways person. And that person is impossible to replace. You need Clem. Clem needs benefits. Work with Principal so we can help you help Clem with a retirement benefits plan that's right for him.
Short, but I'm confident, you know.
Let our expertise round out yours.
The Dog Stars.
It's no surprise how fast civilization can disappear. We're the survivors.
Go. Yeah, I didn't go according to plan. Maybe it did, man. I don't know.
The Dog Stars in theaters and IMAX August 28. Rated R.
Starting your story.
Let's do it.
Let's first take, ladies and gentlemen.
Today, Keith and Ron and Steve and myself had the privilege of visiting with the Ponzio family in Weehawken, New Jersey, part of our TV to table promotion.
They laid out the spread, I tell you that.
A chance to meet Stephen and his lovely wife, Nurit, and their daughter, Francesca. Huge Mets fans of great standing, and good time was had by all.
I mean, Francesca goes to BU, is going back to school soon, and Stephen showed us his baseball card collection that had been turned into a collage by his wife, and he still plays in a 45 or 35 and over league. I mean, he's just crazy about the Mets.
And he's out of our league, Ronnie, because in that baseball card collage was his diploma from MIT.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Carson Bench leads off in the 6th. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'd never been to Weehawken. It was very cool.
Yeah, it's right outside the Lincoln Tunnel, but great views of the city.
Oh, my goodness.
Carson Bench leading off for the Mets in the home 6th. Robbie Ray still out there chucking. Gave up the home run to Terrence in the 5th, but that's all. Running 3 hits over 5 innings. Bench just flied to center and hit a dribbler in front of the plate. Right-hander Rodriguez still up in the bullpen. This could be Ray's last batter. And Bench takes a slider for a strike, and it's 2-2. Ray threw 84 pitches in 4 innings in his last start, so he's been able to keep his pitch count more reasonable, working into the 6th inning at 80 pitches now. Walked 3, but they all came in 1 inning, and he got bailed out by Tatis's catch. And the breaking ball hit out to center. Merrill eases back. 1 away. Let's see what Craig Stammen has in mind with the right-hand hitters coming up.
Well, his pitch count is good, so it's like,
we traded for you. We need you to be,
give me 6.
Kind of a 2nd or 3rd guy in our rotation. Let's go.
I mean, Rodriguez been up for an inning and a half. Good first pitch slider to Alvarez, who struck out his last time up. Francisco has now struck out in 13 of his last 17 official at-bats. Kind of an alarming trend. Ball and a strike. Ray has retired 10 of the last 11 batters. The only blemish was the Terrence home run. This is up and away with a changeup, and it's 2-1. Year-old Robbie Ray making his 285th career start, looking for his 99th career win. Foul tip on that changeup, and it's 2-2. Christopher Morel, the on-deck batter.
This is the same at bat as the last at bat. Just gets ahead and then tries to fire a couple up there. That one way too high for Alvarez to offer at.
He's swinging at some high pitches out of the strike zone.
Yes,
Yep. Ray is unhappy because he felt as though Alvarez just took a second time out.
Yep.
It's grounded on the left side. Backhanded by Bogarts, and throw across the diamond for the 2nd out.
Ray's going to talk to Las Diaz right now.
So not Christopher Morel, who tonight became the 61st different Met to play in a game this year. That's the most of any team in the majors. In his first 2 plate appearances, he's walked and flied out. He had 68 at-bats with the Marlins this year before they let him go. But he was never really fully healthy, and that's got him. He played 31 games in Syracuse, hit 12 homers, drove in 29 runs in the 31 games, had a 1098 OPS, and the Mets figured, well, what the heck? Guy once hit 26 home runs in a big league season. That's who we got. The wave is rolling through.
The tricks of using 61 players with a 40-man roster.
They come, they go. Gabriel Arias was claimed on waivers, played, what, 2 games?
One start.
And then he was DFA'd to make room for Morel. Keep trying to upgrade. Morel pops one up. Shallow center field. Merrill waits for it to come down. And so Ray able to negotiate a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th. Keeps it 3-1 Padres.
No flight.
Will you marry me?
It's just a flight. It's your next step.
Thank you. You're gonna do great.
And at Delta, we're proud to help you take it.
Do batters go bigger on bobblehead night? Gemini on Google Cloud toyed with the data and found that in 2025, their OPS jumped 86 points on their giveaway night. Combined slugging percentage boinged up by 73 points. And their strikeout rate contracted while barrel rate sprung over 13%. But that's nothing to get a big head about. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
With MLB Live trading on Polymarket, the action doesn't stop when the game begins. It's just getting started. Make real-time predictions all game long, from game lines to late-inning rallies. And join the conversation in the live chat. You choose when to cash out, turning every game, every inning, and every at-bat into a chance to win. Trade on all 30 MLB teams exclusively on Polymarket, the official prediction market partner of Major League Baseball. New customers get $20 toward their first trade with code HIT20.
Fernando Tatis has been the whole story tonight for San Diego. He leads off in the 7th against Jack Weisenberger and takes a cutter for a strike. Tatis hit the first pitch of the game for a home run against Zach Thornton. Then he robbed Francisco Lindor of a grand slam. Then he hit a 2-run homer in the 5th. So he's driven in all 3 San Diego runs, and he has saved 4 Mets runs. He's had 1 3-home run game in his career. That came in 2021. Long enough ago that his now manager Craig Stammen pitched in that game.
First pitch of the ball game, and he knew it right away. Second tank, I guess you're going to know it's gone. And then basically just a little more away that pitch, but at the same elevation, and took it to right center. And that is the 3 runs for the Pods.
The first half of the season was not a powerful one for Tatis, but he's making up for lost time. And he drives this one out to left. This will stay in the park, and Ewing is there to grab it 1 out. So 1 out and nobody on now. Luis Rengifo. 0 for 2, reached on what was scored an error against Bichette in the 5th, but I have a feeling that's going to be changed. Turning around about left-handed against Weissenberger. He's hit for a much higher average from this side of the plate this year, which made it curious that they moved him up to the 2 spot in the order against the lefty today. He's hit much better from the Padres from both sides than he did when he was with Milwaukee. It's been 7 years with the Angels before going on the move. And Weissenberger misses down. 1 ball, 1 strike. First final of the night, Pirates beat the Tigers 4-1 behind 8 strong innings from Braxton Ashcraft. Pirates trying to fight their way back into things. They were 6.5 behind the Padres for that last spot coming into the day. Cardinals shut out the Reds. Kyle Leahy has just been pitching great. Gets the win in that game for St. Louis. Cardinals now 3 games over 500. And for the moment, just 2.5 behind San Diego. Padres 3 runs, 7 hits. The Mets 1 run, 3 hits. We're in the 7th. Full count to Rengifo with Manny Machado on deck. There's a look at the Novig K-board. 8 strikeouts for Met pitchers tonight. 7 for Thornton, 1 for Weissenberger. Coming to Rengifo, and he walked him. Just the second walk given up by Met pitchers tonight. Both have gone to Rengifo in front of Machado.
He's had some good at-bats on 3 times in this game. Rengifo
laid off that pitch. It was a tough pitch to lay off. Good cutter. And got a pinch runner.
Chase Bowen will run for Rengifo and then stay in the game in the outfield. Faster runner, more experienced defender in the outfield. So now Machado, who's 2 for 3 today. Bowen already grabbing a big lead at first base. And Machado takes fastball on the outside corner. The Padres did not have a good first half, particularly offensively. But having one of the best bullpens in baseball certainly helped them stay above water until their offense kicked into gear. Everybody wants to join the tarps off movement.
Got the orange and blue.
No takers, though.
Next thing you know, tarps off will be our new political party. Not sure exactly what they represent, but you know, once you have critical mass. Bowen has 5 steals. He's not been caught. And a second throw over. So let's see if Bowen takes some more liberties here.
I mean, you really put yourself behind the 8 ball when you make those 2 throws and then you're stuck with only 1 left. We very rarely see a 3rd throw over.
Bowen does not take a larger lead, and he doesn't run. And now it's 3-1 to Machado. Well, you know what Weissenberger wants. Machado has grounded into 16 double plays this year, top 4 in the league. But he walks them, and so back-to-back walks put 2 men aboard. And Andy Green will come out and make a pitching change.
Yeah, he's missing with his breaking balls, and he's thrown plenty.
Well, even with the right-hand batter coming up, looks like Jeffrey Jan's going to come into the game. Call the bullpen brought to you by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com. Jan coming in, 3-1 Padres in the 7th.
James is a man in love, but he's a man who's been burned by love before. So he believes keeping a close watch on his spending helps him resist temptation. Wells Fargo gets the logic and helps him track spending in their mobile app. However you make money work, we can work with that. Keep walking, James. Keep walking.
Ford Ranger has 9.3 inches of ground clearance. It goes over or around almost anything. I don't have to worry about driving up or down a steep hill. My Ford Ranger takes on almost anything I throw at it.
When Estefanio got into a great book on Audible, it gave him a new perspective. That's when he decided to change a few things.
Reveled in the very process of training and improving step by step, day after day, just like that, week after week, month after month, year after year.
His daughter's not as into self-help as a genre.
The CW and ESPN are announcing the ultimate team-up as the ESPN app becomes the exclusive streaming home for all CW sports.
Wasn't supposed to be there.
Well, we're putting you on SNY. Happy 11th birthday.
Happy 11th. Smile. Yeah, it's you. We got you. You're on.
And Jan is on.
Well, you see his numbers so far. There's been a lot of walks. There's been a lot of strikeouts. There's been a lot of energy.
Picked up his first big league win on Saturday with an inning and 2/3 perfect against the Nationals. Comes in here with 2 men aboard to face Ty France. And the first fastball lined into left field for a base hit. Bowen to third. He's going to be waved calm. Here comes the throw by Ewing to the plate on the hop, and Bowen is safe. And Bob Henley can breathe the sigh of relief.
Yes, he can.
4-1 San Diego.
He sent him all the way, and then
Bowen can fly.
And the throw is just a little bit to the right.
I guess the point we almost expect everybody to get thrown out, but it's not that easy. Jackson Merrill has struck out all 3 at-bats against Thornton, and he swings and misses at the first fastball from Jan. I thought the Padres made it harder on Henley last night by not making him available to the media.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought that was a silly thing to do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
Everyone's so sensitive. I mean, he's a big league man. He's been around forever.
He knows how to handle himself.
Jeez. A little embarrassing, to tell you the truth.
Machado at second, France at first with 1 out. Merrill trying to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero and trying to, avoid the Jeffrey Jan celebration. 2 coming. And he struck him out. Hit that man for a big hat. 2 out.
Merrill. That's electric slide, isn't it? Heat from the day.
A little less elevation after giving up the run-scoring hit. 2 out. Here's Bogarts. Rounded out twice and flied out 0 for 3. And he chops one down to third, a foul ball.
But just thinking as we were talking about Bob Henley, so for Craig Stammen, they did a nice job of surrounding him with some of the coaches that were in Washington when he was there. Bob Henley was a very accomplished coach. Randy Knorr, who was his bench coach, was also over there in Washington as well. Steven Souza Jr. was the hitting coach, right? So he played with him.
You know what Steven Souza's most famous for?
The catch.
Diving catch to preserve Jordan Zimmerman's no-hitter. Jan ahead on Bogarts 0-2. Ground ball to third, and Bichette will go to second. Get forced there. That retires the side, but the Padres tack on a run on France's RBI hit. 4-1 in the 7th.
And when I got there, they have the sushi like
This is Clem.
like sushi, classy. So
Clem's not a morning person, or a night person, or a people person. But he is an I can solve this in 4 different ways person. And that person is impossible to replace. You need Clem. Clem needs benefits. Work with Principal so we can help you help Clem with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him.
Sure, but I'm confident, you know.
Let our expertise round out yours.
To Leo, skipping the buy one, get one means losing 50% of his savings potential. To Leo's mom, his logic is a work in progress. So she helped him open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account with no overdraft fees and tools to track spending. He's learning, Mom, at his own Leo pace. However you make money work, we can work with that.
When Matthias started listening to a great story on Audible,
Chapter 1.
he didn't exactly consider himself a reader
Transformation occurred.
or a runner.
The damn llama was even bigger than I expected. It turned its scorched and tan-colored head to glare at me.
But after 2 accidental marathons and a story this good, he thought, maybe one more chapter.
I really needed pants.
Welcome to Camp Rock!
We're gonna find our new opening act.
Who's ready to open freaking Act 3? Let's start. I know you're never gonna wanna come on, let me hear how the party's never ever gonna stop.
It is so good to be back.
The CW and ESPN are announcing the ultimate team-up as the ESPN app becomes the exclusive streaming home for all CW sports.
Rookie right-hander Bradley Rodriguez has become a big part of this excellent San Diego bullpen.
Yeah, he's a 50-50 guy. 50% of the time he's thrown a 4-seamer, a 2-seamer, and then he's got an excellent changeup he throws 42% of the time.
He gets the lower third of the order in the home 7th. Mets down 4-1. Marcus Semien leads off, then Ewing and Torrens. Sinker misses just below the knees for ball 1. Robbie Ray threw 91 pitches over 6 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run. In line for his first win as a Padre. Rodriguez is 22 years old. He was in 7 games late in the season for San Diego last year. And his 52nd game this season.
And this will be his 57th inning. So a lot of work for this young 22-year-old fireballer.
You know what's funny? A lot of times On Baseball Reference, the heights and weights for players are from when they first signed. That's bobbled by Bogarts, and Semien beats it out. Xander Bogarts, who has had a middling year at shortstop, commits a leadoff error in the 7th.
Ball came up a little bit on him.
Let's head over to Steve Gelbs. His report is presented by Geico. Steve?
Well, guys, A.J. Ewing coming up to the plate. And we talked about this a few days ago, that he's felt recently like his swing's a little bit off, that he's got that little loop in his swing and is working to fix it. But one thing I found interesting is that he has said that in his entire career, every time he goes into a little bit of a slump, it's always the exact same issue. And so the goal right now is saying, all right, recognize that issue as quickly as you can, because I know how to correct it. And I was just curious, Keith, when you would go through slumps in your career, was it generally the same thing that ended up being off, or did it differ from time to time?
You just felt uncomfortable. Your timing and rhythm was off. There's no change in swing. It's just you get out in front. And when you get out in front, the outside corner, you start too quick. The outside corner looks like it's 5 feet away. And usually that's your strength. And that, I'm sure that if you asked him, he would tell you he likes the ball away. But when you're going bad, it's just you're out in front, and you miss pitches that you should hit, and you allow the pitcher to make pitches, and you swing at breaking balls in the dirt because you commit too early. So you just have to take extra BP and work up the middle over in the left-hander's case, Ewing and myself, I would work over the shortstop's head, try to bring it back, and then in the game I would finally get an outside corner pitch, Steve. And so he's been pulling off a little bit, not handling that outside corner. I would get that down and away fastball, and I would drive it one hopper into the gap in left center field, and I would say, I'm back. Why? I can't explain it. But it would be around, my slumps would last close to 2 weeks.
Rodriguez with the changeup strikes out Ewing for the first out.
And there's a case there where he chases the changeup. And he's just, when you commit too early, you chase like this.
I think to add, just from a novice looking at Ewing, when he first came up, what did we marvel at? His patience, his ability to swing at strikes. And I think once he got in that leadoff spot, he's gotten more aggressive. And those pitches, when he first came up, are pitches he would never swing at. I think he's become, you lose some of your patience when you're a young player, because you're just trying to get those hits. I get it.
In the course of a season,
yeah,
you're going to go in a slump. I mean, if you don't, you've had one heck of a year.
Luis Torrens is responsible for the only Met run today.
You got is it a fastball or a changeup? I'm not sure from Ray, but he's put it right in center field. And boy, he's been red hot.
5 home runs in his last 20 at bats. There's a strike. The last 3 times before this that a Met hit 5 home runs in a 20 at-bat span, it was Juan Soto. I don't expect Torrens necessarily to be the next guy on the list. Francisco Lindor waits on deck. And that's outside. Mets need one more base runner to get the tying run to bat. Rodriguez does not walk many. There's 17 walks in 56 innings this year. Semien at first with 1 out. Torrens trying to go to right, fouls off the fastball, 3-2. Daniel Nunez is up in the Mets bullpen. And Adrian Morejon, the hard-throwing lefty, is up in the Padres pen. Nunez turned in his best outing since coming off Tommy John surgery in his last time out. 3-2, 1 out. Semien at first. And Torrens takes one the other way for a base hit.
Nice.
Masterful. 10 hits in his last 21 at-bats with 5 home runs.
That is just good hitting.
Now Lindor, who was robbed of a grand slam, back in the second.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play.
Lindor making a bid for the rare right-handed opposite field home run. You can count on one hand the number of those that we've seen. Now he'll be batting left-handed against Rodriguez. And Craig Stammen's going to come out. He might want to turn him around and make him a right-hand batter by bringing in Morejon. He's yet to make a sign, and now he does. So Morejon is coming on to face Lindor with the tying run at bat in a 4-1 game in the 7th. We'll be right back.
Good night, apartment. Good night, pots. Good night, pans. Good night, fancy espresso machine. Good night, keys to the sports car you spent years saving for. Good night, DSLR camera, vintage diving watch, and whatever that is. Apparently he knows. And good night, concerns about your stuff or anything that might happen to it. Because you bundled your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. The end. Oh, and good night, neighbor's dog. Good girl.
Join the chase at arenaclub.com.
ESPN is the home of MLB.tv. Go big with every out-of-market game. Big moments, big swag.
How much fun is he to watch?
That's Big League. Sign up now for MLB.tv on ESPN.
Gird your loins. You got it, kid.
Set your mind to rewind with throwbacks from Disney Plus and Hulu.
Oh, snap, sweet niblets.
Then, now, and always. All your favorite throwbacks from Disney Plus and Hulu. Now totally streaming.
Because
Francisco Lindor coming up. We have the Audi game-changing drive on Saturday. His game-winning hit against the Nationals. Greg Stammen brings in the left-hander Adrian Morejon to face him. So Lindor will come up from the right side.
Well, when you look at Morejon, he's one of the best relievers, as Gary said, in the game. He features a nice sequence of a sinking fastball with about 97 miles an hour and a changeup off that and a real good hard breaking ball.
Lindor's 0 for 3 tonight, including that home run robbery by Tatis. First and second and 1 out. And takes first pitch slider for a strike, 0-1. Lindor 0 for 5 in his career against Morejon. Simeon at second, Torrens at first with 1 out. And Lindor takes fastball inside at 99, a ball and a strike.
Big fella's got a big arm. Reminds me a little bit, just by the way he looks. Like Greg Swindell, in the 80s and 90s. University guy who could bring it.
University of Texas.
Nasty sinker at 99. It's 1-2. Bichette waiting on deck. That's had only 4 hits today. Torrens's in this inning was the 4th. And Lindor pops one up. Cronenworth on the outfield grass. Infield fly rule invoked, and that's the second out. So the innings left to Bichette, who's hit the ball hard 3 times in a row today. 2 doubles and a line out to center field. His first at bat today with a runner in scoring position. He's now up to 298 with runners in scoring position. which is just unfathomable considering how he started.
Going to be back where he was at the end of the year.
Came into this season a lifetime .330 hitter with runners in scoring position, .381 last year with Toronto, and he was hitting under 200 for the first couple of months with the Mets, but not anymore.
And he's gone to the mat every day.
63 RBIs leads the club. He's had 2 at-bats against Morejon, 0 for 2. And Semien takes off for third, and he'll take it uncontested. Ninth stolen base of the year for Semien. Renz held at first. Starting off Bichette with a changeup, trying to take advantage of his aggressiveness. Outfield swung way around toward right against Bo. And another changeup, and he went fishing, and it's 0-2.
And it's a power changeup. It's not one up there where he's just trying to get you on the speed differential. That ball, the bottom is just dropping out, especially when it comes off that 99-mile-an-hour sinker.
Now Bo down on the count 0-2. Just got a piece of that changeup to stay on the at-bat.
Barely.
I think he's going to fire one inside now. When you throw your best pitch, changeup, and it's down, it should be strike 3, and they foul it off. That means it's got to be open inside.
It's looking to break through 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position today. But Bichette has to work from behind on the count against this extremely tough left-hander. 27-year-old from Cuba. Now in his 8th big league season. And at his best. 0-2 to Bichette. And he struck him out with the fastball away at 100. Well, and so Morejon puts the brakes on the Mets' threat in the 7th. That is.
And when I got there, they have the sushi like
This is Clem.
They're felt like sushi, classy.
Clem's not a morning person, or a night person, or a people person. But he is an I can solve this in 4 different ways person. And that person is impossible to replace. You need Clem. Clem needs benefits. Work with Principal so we can help you help Clem with a retirement benefits plan that's right for him.
Short, but I'm confident, you know.
Let our expertise round out yours.
Bidding ends on Lego Pikachu. In 3, 2, 1, and sold.
I got Pika.
Cute. Now get your face.
Watch live, shop live on eBay Live.
Join the chase at arenaclub.com.
The stars of the summer are all here.
Vamos un flower.
What a player!
He's brilliant in the air. He can't stop scoring.
From the home of the world champions, La Liga, exclusively on the ESPN app.
Tatis Jr. the story tonight.
Yeah, kind of his show. We're going to show him on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
All right, we'll see. Coming up, Mercedes-Benz post-game live. Garrett, back to you.
All right, Gary. Daniel Nunez comes on to pitch in the top of the 8th for New York.
And there's his Nissan numbers. It's been a tough run for him so far. He's been getting hit around. The 10 hits and 3 in the 3rd. He hasn't walked anybody. He's just been getting hit pretty hard.
Pitched very well in his last start. An inning, no runs, one hit. His best outing to date. Austin Hayes leading off in the 8th. And nice catch by a fan just underneath us. Always pays to bring the glove. Hayes is 1 for 3 at an infield hit in the 4th. Jack Weissenberger worked an inning of 3rd, gave up 1 run, 1 hit. First run he's allowed in the big leagues. Jeffrey Yon at 2/3 of an inning, no runs, 1 hit, and now Nunez. And a check swing foul, 1 and 2. Freddie Fermin on deck, and then Jake Cronenworth for the Padres in the 8th. Toronto beat Tampa Bay tonight 10-5. That's 13 wins in the last 19 games for the Blue Jays, who started the day just a half game out of a wild card spot. Fly ball center field. Robert gives some ground, but he'll have room. 1 out. Seems like every 3 or 4 days a different team gets hot and surges to the front of that 3rd wild card chase in the American League.
Yeah, and a team like Tampa Bay, which is a good team, comes off 9 straight wins on the road, and they have been ordinary since then.
Coming into the day, Baltimore, Detroit, and Texas were all tied for that 3rd wild card spot, with Toronto and Minnesota a half game behind, Cleveland 1 game behind. That's 6 teams within 1 game for 1 spot. Freddie Fermin takes a strike, so Toronto wins tonight, so that moves them into a virtual tie with Texas for that final spot.
Jeez.
7 under and you're 2 out.
Someone under 500 might go to the postseason in the American League. And Milwaukee just keeps rolling. They're winning big at home against Seattle.
Fermin had an infield hit his last time up, 1 for 3. And Nunez misses with a slider, 1 and 2.
I thought Nunez did a nice job with his fastball in his last outing. He can sometimes get a little slider happy. He's got a good one, but his fastball's good as well.
If the Mets can ever get him back to where he was for that 2-month stretch in 2024, they will really have something. He came out of nowhere to be an integral part of that storybook 2024 team. Two to Fermin. And he pops this one up. Simeon has a beat on it. 2 out. Phillies have come from behind. They lead the Marlins 6-4 as they go to the 9th, trying for their 5th straight win. Trying to stay ahead of the Padres. Phillies 1 game up on San Diego for the 2nd spot. San Diego 1 game up on Arizona for the 3rd wild card spot. There's Cronenworth, and he pulls one down to first, and Morrell handles it finally and makes the play to retire the side. So Nunez turns it a 1-2-3 top of the 8th. Go 4-1 Pods.
Here's the pitch.
That's why they call it an anytime home run, guys. It can happen anytime. Nice one. Rounding the bases, coming around, going low, going high. How are you? Best day of the week. What's up, Chris? Hi, hey, Bob. How you doing? Rounding 3rd. He's coming home. Woo!
He does this every time.
Every time.
New customers bet up to $5 for 5 days and get $1,000 in bet reset tokens.
Blue Bunny soft, easy to scoop, ready for fun. She scoops. She scores!
Goal!
Blue Bunny. Freeze the moment. When congestion has you feeling off, Turn on new Afrin Saline, made with seawater, and feel the rush of extra strength daily relief.
Wow.
Afrin Saline. Now, the wow is real every day.
When Estefanio got into a great book on Audible, it gave him a new perspective. That's when he decided to change a few things.
Reveled in the very process of training and improving step by step, day after day, just like that, week after week, month after month, year after year.
His daughter's not as into self-help as a genre.
Connor and Joe debut the Mets answering machine as they play, comment, and respond to voicemails from fans of the podcast. On the latest episode of the Mets Pod, subscribe and listen wherever you get your podcasts. Well, we were fortunate enough that our wonderful producer, whom we adore, Greg Picker, we adore him most on this day because he feeds the entire cast and crew from Katz's Delicatessen. Luis Robert drives one deep to right center field toward the wall, and it's out of here. Luis Robert on the first pitch thrown by Adrian Morahorn in the bottom of the eighth drives one out for his 7th home run of the year to get the Mets within 2. Holy pastrami. Mitch and Katz's and Robert puts a charge into one. Now Carson Bench. Home fires a sinker in for a strike. 4th home run that Morahorn has given up this year. Bench is 0 for 3 tonight. Sinker lowered in. Ball and a strike. Mets have only 5 hits tonight, but 2 of them have been solo home runs to Renz and now Robert.
Yeah, leading off an inning on the first pitch.
Morahorn has gotten at least 5 outs on 12 occasions this year. Looking for that tonight, but Robert ambushed him.
Did not try to pull the ball around mid-thigh outside, but drove right through it.
Bench has got better swings as this at-bat's gone along. Robert only required 1 swing.
I mean, really just a line drive. Get out here in a hurry.
And Ben foul tips it for strike 3. Sinker in on the hands.
Boy, he came inside and just tied him up. That's a big league pitch.
2nd strikeout for Morahorn.
Wasn't a strike, but came in and got him.
So 1 away now. Alvarez, who's 0 for 2 on a walk tonight. Just 1 hit in his last 18 at bats. Alvarez 1 for 3 in his career against Morahorn. Christopher Morel waiting on deck. And Alvarez takes a big hack at a changeup, and it's 1-2. talk about a power changeup, Ronnie, what are you talking about as opposed to a conventional change?
Well, a lot of times when you're throwing in a changeup, Gary, that works off another pitch. It's a speed differential maybe of 10 miles an hour. It's a pitch a lot of times that maybe a hitter will put in play for a ground ball and a soft contact out. He throws 3 pitches for no contact. He throws a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, 99-mile-an-hour sinker, and a power changeup, and all of them are swing and miss pitches. Very rare.
3-2 coming. And Alvarez fouls away the fastball at 100.
Doesn't want to walk Alvarez with the tying run to the plate. He's going to hand this off to Mr. Mason Miller for the 9th, and that's what he wants to do.
Fly ball right field. Should be easy for Tatis. Alvarez retired, 2 out. Now their bullpen is spectacular. High-speed pitching brought to you by Spectrum. Mason Miller responsible for the large part of those 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, but Morahone has contributed his part as well.
Wow, what a difference. The Dodgers are in second place. It's like they're not even in the rearview mirror.
Now Christopher Morello for 2 and a walk in his Mets debut. Morello takes a 100-mile-an-hour fastball inside. Morello's 0 for 2 in his career against Morahone. Runs inside as well, and it's 2-0. Marcus Semien would be next.
Mason Miller has not thrown since last Wednesday.
Well, he's throwing in the bullpen now.
Yes, he is.
That's pulled over the third base bag. Great stop by Machado, but he has no play, and Morel is aboard with an infield hit. Morel with a smash. Machado did well to prevent a double.
Right over the bag.
He's the only one that might have been able to make that play, although Morel's got good speed.
So now Semien tying run at the plate. And if you're the Mets, you want to get on the board before Miller comes in.
He's coming in now.
And Diablo, the pitching coach, is going out to the mound.
You give him a breather. Remember, these Padres, they're not used to this humidity. They got that beautiful climate in San Diego.
He's from Cuba.
I don't care.
They have lots of humidity there.
They have more humidity there.
Mason Miller and his 104-mile-an-hour fastball getting ready in the bullpen. Miller has been almost unhittable this year, so this is the guy you want to get to. He may throw 100, but he's not Mason Miller. Semien looking to run into one on a Sports Night Country after the postgame tonight. Actually, after the postgame and after the Howie Rose documentary.
That's right.
That's right after the postgame, and then Honda Sports Night will come your way after that. Put it in the books. I can't do it the way he did.
No.
Semien's 0 for 3 tonight. 14 home runs on the year. 1 for 2 in his career against Morahone. Morel at first with 2 out. Semien takes a big rip at a slider, 0-1.
Big slider. Great location.
Changeup blown away, a ball and a strike. Oh, we've updated the graphic to include the Howie Rose Put It in the Books.
Very nice.
Documentary in between the post game and Sports Night. Semien cuts one foul, and it's 1-2. Morahone has He's thrown 27 pitches. He's gotten 4 outs. They're asking him for 1 more. Robert led off the inning with a home run. Morrell with a 2-out infield hit. Semien trying to keep the line moving. And Marcus takes low and in. 2-2.
He was trying to throw that fastball deep inside, but he slipped or just missed with it.
It looked like he had problems with his footing, right?
Yep. Big right side of the infield, wide open.
Semien thinking turn and burn. Inside, 3-2. Well, you have to think if he walks Semien that they'll bring Miller in, right?
Yes, I would think so.
A.J. Ewing would be next. Padres 4 runs, 8 hits. The Mets 2 runs and 6 hits. We're in the 8th.
3-2 change here, Keith?
I don't know, Ron.
It's a hard call.
It's a tough one.
Morrell gets set to run, and Semien fouls off the changeup. Good call. Not quite a Brett Beatty call, but still very good.
Only have one of those a year.
I mean,
come on.
I still marvel over that.
That was something else.
Semien hanging tough. 3-2 coming for Morrell. And it's too high. Ball 4, and now the tying runs are on base.
They're going to have to go to the pen here, I got to believe.
Good at bat.
They've got the best relief weapon in baseball out there in the bullpen. But you've got a left-hand hitter coming up. So it looks like Stanton's going to stick with Morrell to face Ewing.
He's definitely perspiring.
Well, who would you trust in making the decisions of a bullpen late in the game than an ex-bullpen guy?
Tying runs aboard, 2 out. And Ewing takes first fastball for a strike. AJ has walked and struck out twice. Miller has gone more than 1 inning on 7 occasions already this year, so it's not a reluctance to do that. And as Ronnie said, he hasn't pitched in 6 days. But they want the lefty against Ewing in this spot.
This is a good bat to break out of your slump. Wouldn't it be sweet?
1 hit in his last 19 at-bats. AJ takes that one outside, a ball and a strike. Luis Torrens and his red-hot bat would be next. Morrell at second, Semien carrying the tying run at first.
Pitch come.
Gotta watch out. Some of these pitchers raise their left hand to the ear like they can't hear. And that is the start of the pitching motion. I mean, they allow it to happen, but shouldn't.
Morrell has thrown 33 pitches. His high pitch count this year is 38.
He wants to get in the dugout.
1-1 to Ewing. And AJ takes it high, and it's 2-1. Looks like Morrell is trying to run out of steam.
Well, they're definitely pushing him.
And he will not be available tomorrow, that's for sure.
Senga getting ready for what he hopes will be a save chance, or at least a tie game in the 9th. 2-1 coming. That's a strike.
Oh, he wanted him to step off. You see the catcher? Catcher signaled him to step off, but he was looking at the runner at second. And he had to, it was too late. He started his motion home. He didn't see it. He got a strike.
2 on, 2 out, 2-2 to Ewing. And he slaps one foul. A hard working stint here for Adrian Morrell. Got it for a home run to start the inning. And now Ewing trying to keep it going. Again, the 2-2. That's away, ball 3.
Morrell might get Miller in here anyway. Another walk.
So now the runners will be in motion. for Simeon to score from first on a ball in the gap. Morejon just walked Simeon on a 3-2 pitch. Now he's 3-2 on Ewing. And he struck him out on a ball that was up and in. And Ewing is furious with himself. Morejon gets a break as Ewing chases what was clearly ball 4. And the Padres lead.
Big time savings are going on now at Mavis Tire.
It's time to save big with Mavis Tire.
Get your big time savings started early with Mavis Tire.
Get premium service without the premium price.
At Mavis, you can always trust our experts for honest service.
Depend on us to keep you driving.
Dependable people.
Dependable people. Dependable people depend on Mavis. Depend on Mavis.
Depend on Mavis.
Rough, dry eye? MIBO is the only prescription dry eye drop that targets the #1 cause. Don't use if allergic to MIBO. Remove contacts before using and wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. Ask about MIBO.
Adventure comes with its share of the unexpected. That's why you need Ford Bronco. Starting with the Haas suspension system. It soaks up the bumps for a smoother ride. Then, choose your path. And you're gonna need a soundtrack, so crank it up with the available Ford connectivity package. All that and a 360-degree camera helps keep you covered. Ford Bronco. Bring on the unexpected.
When Estefanio got into a great book on Audible, it gave him a new perspective. That's when he decided to change a few things.
Reveled in the very process of training and improving step by step, day after day,
Just like that.
week after week, month after month, year after year.
His daughter's not as into self-help as a genre.
We go to the 9th inning. Daniel Nunez, who worked the 1-2-3-8, stays on, and Fernando Tatis. There's some boos from the crowd. It's been his game tonight. 2 home runs, driven in 3 of the Padre runs, and robbed Francisco Lindor of a grand slam in the second.
They don't boo nobody. Got to have a 0 here if you have any chance against Miller.
Since we'll have 9, 1, and 2 in the order coming up. And the bottom of the 9th, Renz, Lindor, and Bichette against the greatest relief force in baseball, Mason Miller. Broken back grounder behind the bag, and Simeon's got it. Tatis retired one away. So Nunez is phase 4 and retired 4 as he continues to work his way back into the circle of trust.
Another out with his fastball, Gary. Broken bat of Tatis.
And Jace Bowen up for the first time, came out as a pinch runner, stayed in left field. Scored a run as a pinch runner, scoring from second on a base hit by France. A run that might not have scored if Rengifo had been running for himself. Pulls one over the bag. That's a fair ball for Bowen. It hits off the tarp, caroms out to Ewing. Bowen's going to try for 2. The throw by Ewing. It gets there in plenty of time, and he's out. Bowen did not read the ballpark well. Ewing was right there to play the carom off the tarp and threw him out easily for the second out.
What is that, the 4th outfield assist in this series?
Second one for Ewing.
I mean, these outfielders are so good. Give up a hit, it's like a ground ball out.
Played it beautifully. Charged that ball.
I mean, Bowen's fast, but he had no chance. Ooh, terrible slide, too. So 2 out of nobody on now. Manny Machado, who's been on base 3 times with 2 singles and a walk. And he skies one to deep left field. Ewing can only go back and watch this go. Manny Machado with his 24th home run of the year gives the Padres a little more breathing room. It's now 5-2. Career home run number 393 for Machado.
The Padres are having a lot of fun right now. You can tell it on their bench. They got the wheeling feeling going, despite last night's loss.
Yeah, despite the loss last night, they're 17-6 in their last 23 games, and now they've got a 3-run lead with their closer looming in the ninth.
First pitch, too. Jumped on it.
And France loses the bat. Sails by Bichette at third base.
Slider.
393 home runs, 218 as a Padre. He is their all-time leader. Number 2 on the list, Fernando Tatis Jr. Nate Colbert held the record for the longest time.
Nate Colbert.
He was at 163. First Machado, and then Tatis passed him.
Colbert's the one that had that big doubleheader, right?
5 home runs in a doubleheader.
Held his bat horizontal to the ground. I mean, parallel to the ground. I remember watching him. He was strong.
In the early days of the Padres, their 3 and 4 hitters were Nate Colbert cleanup and Cito Gaston hitting third.
That's right.
Yep. The one year that Nate hit over the 40 home runs, Gaston hit like around 330 or 340, maybe more. Had a big year.
They had Ollie Brown in that outfit.
Downtown Ollie Brown.
Good slider by Nunez, and he strikes out France to end the inning. But Machado's home run increases the Padre lead to 5-2, with Mason Miller coming in to try and lock it down at the bottom of the ninth.
Style's back in session at Plato's Closet. So hurry in and save big on all the looks you need for the new school year. They're stocked with tons of like-new name brand clothes, shoes, and accessories for guys and girls. And the best part, everything's priced up to 70% less than retail prices, so you can get more of the looks you want for less. Inventory changes daily, so shop today and save big on your favorite name brands at Plato's Closet.
Rough, dry eye? MIBO is the only prescription dry eye drop that targets the #1 cause. Don't use if allergic to MIBO. Remove contacts before using and wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. Ask about MIBO.
Ford has been named America's most awarded brand for new vehicle quality among trucks. That's not just a title. It demonstrates our commitment to assembling trucks with the quality you've come to expect. The only trucks you can say are built Ford tough.
When Matthias started listening to a great story on Audible,
Chapter 1.
he didn't exactly consider himself a reader
Transformation occurred.
or a runner.
The damn llama was even bigger than I expected. It turned its scorched and tan-colored head to glare at me.
But after 2 accidental marathons
Drop the boom, baby!
and a story this good, he thought, maybe one more chapter.
I really needed pants.
In ESPN's wild world of college football, predators hunt, territories are defended, rivals clash, legends are unleashed on Saturdays, and no one brings you closer to the wild than ESPN.
The CW and ESPN are announcing the ultimate team-up as the ESPN app becomes the exclusive streaming home for all CW sports.
Mason Miller is having one of the historically great relief seasons of all time.
Mason James Miller, an inversion. Look at those numbers. I mean, just, you'll see it. He's bringing 100 and a razor blade.
Throws 101.5 average fastball velocity. He throws more sliders than fastballs. Jared Young batting for Luis Torrens, leading off in the ninth. Lindor and Bichette to follow. And there's a first pitch slider that misses for ball 1. Miller with 30 saves and an ERA under 1. That's only been done for a full season 6 times in Major League history. Dennis Eckersley, Jonathan Papelbon, Fernando Rodney, Zach Britton, Blake Trinan, Emmanuel Clase. And now Miller with a chance to do that this year. Behind on Young, 2-0. In the air to center field. Merrill drifting back. He's got room right in front of the track. And out. Lindor, who was robbed of a grand slam back in the second. He's got 0 for 4 tonight. Batting left-handed for the first time in the game, and he takes a fastball strike. Robbie Ray went 6, allowed a run on 3 hits. Bradley Rodriguez a third of an inning. And then Adrian Morejon did the heavy lifting, got 5 outs through 38 pitches. Allowed a home run to Luis Robert, but worked out of trouble in the 8th. Day game tomorrow. Robert Stock goes for the Mets. Michael King for the Padres. First pitch tomorrow at 1:10. Fastball misses high at 102. Ball and a strike. Mason Miller, 27 years old. Started his career in Oakland. And he joined what was already a stacked San Diego bullpen. He came along with Robert Suarez, had been the closer. Suarez now part of the Braves bullpen, but hurt right now. But they have found other pieces to go with Miller. That slider bends in for a strike, and it's 2-2.
Nasty.
That was one take, or not even be prepared to swing at it.
Too high and a full count to Lindor. Mets need base runners. Bichette on deck. Robert would be behind him. Robert homered his last time up. Miller has not allowed a home run this year. Foul, that's hard to believe. Through 51 and 2/3 innings.
I mean, he's a little rusty because he hadn't pitched in a while tonight with the strikes balls, but throws a lot of strikes. It's just above the hitting speed.
Averages 16.3 strikeouts per 9. And he strikes out Lindor for the second out. 103 up in the zone. And the Mets are down to their final out.
Well, have a look, folks. We don't got much time to think. Lindor chases out of the strike zone there.
We always talk about the pitchers chasing velocity. Miller's found it.
Yeah, need to chase. The dog that caught the car. Well, Bichette has a pair of doubles tonight, 2 for 4. And that goes over his head at 100.
Well,
it's a little scary.
Miller said, "My bad." Yeah, I agree.
Don't do it again.
And now he's going to throw the razor blade right at him.
Bichette has had a hit against Miller, 1 for 3 in his career. Takes a slider that he was billing out and pent in for a strike. Wow.
I mean, there's no one in the game that could stay in and not be buckled there after the ball over your brain.
Luis Robert would be next. Bichette chasing a slider, and the Mets are down to their final strike. It feels unfair.
Well, it's hard to describe it. It's just so above everything else you see.
Pride of Gardner-Webb University in Boiling Springs, North Carolina. 1-2. And Bichette able to foul back that high slider to stay in the at-bat.
Good cut by Bo.
Hung that one.
Looks like he came right off the beach.
A little tattered.
1-2 to Bichette. This is badly as he overthrew that fastball. 2-2.
God, he's big. Just a monster out there. He looks like Gossage almost, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like Goose.
Good call. And he strikes out Bichette to end this one for his 31st save of the year. Fernando Tatis was the centerpiece. 2 homers, 3 RBIs, saved 4 runs with his glove. And the Padre pitching did the rest as San Diego snaps the Mets' 4-game winning streak. Padres win it 5-2.
Well, the big blow here, and we're going to look at the final out. It's the fastball up above. Little run to it. Little run. But Tatis is the big guy today. And then his compadre over here out at third base. There's Tatis right there. Machado gets his home run, the solo, to give that 3-run lead. And that's, when you got 3 runs to come back on,